was not liking how it was looking when I did it the first time. So if you guys are joining me, welcome back to the live. Thanks for being on here with us tonight. Let me know where you're watching from. Okay, today we will be doing some pumpkin soup, some Liberian pumpkin soup, aka Liberian pumpkin stew, and we're gonna be having it with rice. So let me know in the chat if you had it before. Okay. Alrighty, this is already better. Hey, Kania. I had to like it was really bothering me how everything was looking. So I had to start over. So hopefully it looks a little better. I'm gonna try to figure this live thing out, because I don't know why it was so zoomed in. Like that was so insane. And you guys couldn't see what I was doing, but we're back. Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Yancy, and today we're in my kitchen. Yes, we are going to be cooking some Liberian pumpkin soup. If you've never had it before, after today, you're going to want to make it because it is delicious. We So in Liberia, we call everything soup, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's an actual soup. You know what I mean? Like in America, I feel like soup is like a watery base kind of dish. Like we cook pepper soup, so that's the watery, kind of dish. But in Liberia, we just call every soup, stews, or any of those things, we call it soup. Okay. But today is really going to be like a stew, like what a stew would be here. It's a little thicker and things like that, and it's very delicious. You can use any kind of edible pumpkin to make it. Today, I'm using the winter squash, and I'm going to be growing some butternut squash, and that's what I'm going to be using to actually cook this with. So I cannot wait to grow those butternut squash and use it for this dish. But anyway, let me know in the comments if you had this before or if you had anything similar, and let me know where you're watching from. Okay, we're not going to be discussing today's not garden chat, but you could of course ask me questions if you have any questions. I did drop a video today on how I transplant my peppers. If you're transplanting peppers or you're growing peppers, period, you really want to watch this video. It's a great educational video on how to grow your peppers to have an abundant harvest during the entire season. So if you're growing peppers, make sure you watch the video that I dropped today. You don't want to miss that. Trust me. But anyway, let's get started. So come along. Let me show y'all what we'll be using. Okay. And y'all, I have a ton of ants in my house and a very annoying fly. So if you guys see it, just ignore it. Act like you don't even see it. Okay. Because I need to get some, is it borax that get rid of ants? I need to get some. Like ever since spring started, those things just been everywhere, and I have a window in my kitchen that I keep open all the time. So of course they are everywhere. By the way, I took the seeds out, and I am absolutely going to be keeping these seeds. Y'all know, if y'all know me, I am a gardener at heart. I try to grow everything. So I am absolutely going to try to grow this. So I'm going to wash it well, save the seeds, and look at all these seeds, y'all. I'm going to have endless seeds so I could grow more probably next year. Hey, y'all. Hey, if you're just now joining, thanks for being here. Let me know where you're watching from. So I'm using a green winter squash for this meal. So this is it. I've already chopped it, y'all. This is like the hardest part of this entire meal is, oh Lord Jesus, I need to put something in that sink before everything go down the hole. But this is literally going to be like the hardest part of the process is peeling the actual pumpkins or the squash, whatever you want to call it, because it is like really, really tough. Like the skins are like really, really, really tough. So this is like the hardest part, is really trying to get all the skins off of it. But after you're done cutting it, you're going to not only take the skins off, but you're going to take out all of the middle as well. Oh, I wish I did this before we started, but I just wanted you guys to see the pumpkin that I'm using today. I don't know, I feel like I've never used this before, but I feel like butternut squash would be so much better for this dish, but we shall see. We shall see. Super to, oh, I don't know what that says. Hello, hello, hey y'all, thanks for being here. Please go ahead and like the video, like the stream if you haven't done so already, and let us know where you're watching from. What time is it where you're watching from? If you're not in America, where are you watching from, and what time is it over there? Okay, let me know in the chat, and let me know, do y'all want some vibes? Should I play some music in the background for y'all? Because this right here, the things we do to eat good, right? And also, this is so nutritional, but y'all already know we are going to be using some oils and things like that in this meal. So I guess it's not going to be that nutritional since we're using some oils and stuff. But after I'm done peeling these, I'm going to show you guys the rest of the ingredients that we'll be using today. We haven't cooked in a long time, so I was like, I should come on live and cook with you guys today because I've had these pumpkins sitting here forever, and my husband is like, when are you going to cook it? Hey Queenie, thanks for coming back. Yeah, that last live was looking crazy. It was looking real crazy. Thank you guys for coming back over here. Let me get some music going for y'all. And if you guys have any questions and stuff, definitely let me know in the comments. You know, it is still garden season. And I have transplanted, I would say 98% of my peppers. I'm super excited about that. So let's see. Play some music for y'all. Great, when will it be? What are you talking about? When will what be? I already dropped the video. I dropped a video for my pepper transplanting today. I dropped it today. My garden is flourishing. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. Let's see. My garden is flourishing, and my uncle revamped my garden a bit. I have lots of pots, flowers, food, etc. Oh, that's amazing. Good for you. Please, guys, don't forget to join my gardening group on Facebook and post pictures of your garden. I would love to see it. I would love to see your progress, especially like I don't just want to see your harvest. I want to see your progress. I want to see where you're at. Even if you don't feel like your garden is doing great, post pictures and ask questions. And you know, if you have something going on in your garden, you have some questions about it, let us know. We can all help each other out. That's why I started the group. It's supposed to be a community for everyone to share, you know, what they got going on, and for us to be able to help each other out or just admire each other's garden because we work hard for it. We work hard for it. What is the soup called? Pumpkin. This is the Liberian pumpkin soup. I remember when I was younger, I didn't used to like it because I don't like sweet tasting food. Like, I don't like when my food tastes sweet and savory at the same time. So I didn't used to really like it, but it was something that they used to always make, and it's very delicious. I just don't like the mix of sweet and savory, which is essentially what this is. Because you know, pumpkins have like a little sweetness to it, and then we're actually going to be frying it in some oil and sauteing it and all of the things. So, but I'm older now and my taste buds have evolved. You know how when you're younger, like you don't appreciate like the good things. You don't appreciate it. I'm transplanting everything tomorrow morning. Everything's going in the garden. I know that's right. Oh, you said what is the Facebook called? Why did I think I saw what the? Oh, that was a different question. The Facebook group is called Miss Yancey Sow Something, Grow Something, Miss Yancey Network Community, something along that line. But if you type what I just said in, Sow Something, Grow Something, Miss Yancey Network, it should come up. Also, if you're following my Facebook page, you'll see it listed as one of the groups that I have or that I follow. And my Facebook page is Miss Yancey Network. So you guys share all your gardening. Queenie, I want to see your garden. Share your garden in there. Let's see the progress before, the harvest. Let's see where we all started from, It's such a beautiful thing to see. So, sometimes people need to see where you came from to know, how you got to where you are, so they don't think like, thing was sweet, like it was so easy, because it wasn't. Ugh, this is going to be. One second, let me give me something to drink, y'all. It is Sunday. Happy Sunday. Cheers. 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 I'm going to drink this for a little bit of motivation to peel this, because this is the part I hate the most. This is the part I hate the most, because it takes forever. It takes forever to peel. But once it's done, now we in it, okay? Let me see. I think I see a question. Can you lower the music? Yes. I was wondering if that was too loud for y'all. Let me know if it's fine. Is the music fine now? Let me know if it's fine, because I want you guys to hear what I'm saying. No problem, Terry. Thanks for letting me know it's too loud. I want you guys to hear what I'm saying. I wasn't planning on doing too much talking during this process, and I was just going to let y'all enjoy the vibes. But if y'all want to chat, I will absolutely lower it so you guys can be able to hear what I'm saying. I hope it's better. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Queenie. Thanks for letting me know. But did you guys watch the video I posted today? Because if you're transplanting peppers or if you're growing peppers, you need to watch that video before you do it. Okay? Make sure you watch that video before you do it. I need to make sure that your pepper growing season is going to be as successful as mine, because we are going to be swimming in peppers come August and September. We're going to have so much peppers, we're not going to know what to do with it. I still have peppers from last year. Okay? Still have peppers from last year. I know I promised you guys that I was going to make some pepper sauce to put on my Etsy store. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it. I've just been super busy. The pepper is in the freezer, in my deep freezer, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to definitely make that pepper sauce that I told you about, because I need to get it out the freezer to get it ready for this new one that's coming in. I need to get it ready for this new one. But oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know if I'm the only one. I know I'm not the only one, but I'm talking to you guys about it because you guys are my YouTube family, so maybe y'all had the same experience or not. In my area, for some of you guys that may not know, I live in Maryland, zone 8B, 8A, 8B, you know, it fluctuates between the two. And this year was a very tough year for us in this area when it came to like our plants, like seed seed starting was fine because everything germinated, because y'all know the Miss Yancey method always worked when it comes to germination. But the plants were stunted. The plants were stunted for a long time. Like, I actually had to purchase some peppers from my gardening friend that we exchange plants. Like, I would normally grow things that she doesn't grow, and then she grow things that I don't grow, and then we exchange, and we both get to grow something different during the year. And that's always been our little thing we had going on. And this year, she and I both struggle a lot, and I thought it was just me until I started talking about it, and other people in this area, because I'm also part of local garden groups in my area, and other people in the area started sharing the same information, that all of their plants germinated, but they were stunted. And this year was unusually cold. I don't understand. Remember, I told you guys, we don't transplant until Mother's Day week, or the weekend of Mother's Day, because that's when the low temps here are consistently 50 degrees and higher throughout the rest of the season. This year, I could not transplant on the weekend of Mother's Day because Mother's Day weekend here was below 50 degrees, which is very unusual for that time of the year. So, and that's just to tell you how, prior to Mother's Day, what the temps have been like. It has been really, really terrible. I don't know what's going on in nature right now. I don't know. But something is going on, and something is not right. And I don't think it's nature's fault. Let me see. I think I see some comments. Let's see what y'all in here talking about. I joined a group. Okay, Kania, share all your photos. Okay, I cannot wait to see them. Share your photos, because I want to see all of them. Can you make me some? You damn right, I got you. I'll make you some. Oh, these nasty flies. Terry said, I planted ghost peppers yesterday evening, and it rained today, so I'm pleased. Oh, that's good. I'm hungry. Don't be hungry. This is a fairly cheap meal to make. I cannot remember how much the pumpkin was, but it was not expensive. This is something you could make today with me if you want. The beauty of a gardening community. Yes, I love gardening communities. I wish I had a gardening group in my area. I'm sure you do. Just look it up. Look it up. Look up gardening group. Just type in gardening group in wherever you live. Type the city and type gardening groups. I'm sure there are people that have several of them. And if you don't find any, start one. Because I'm pretty sure there are people like you who wish they had one, if there isn't any, that would love to be a part of a gardening group. I love gardening groups. It's a great community to be in. I love my gardening family. They're very helpful, very caring. Everybody wants you to win. It's not a gatekeeping type of community, because everybody is like, they want to learn. Everybody is like, if you're gardening and you're growing your own food, you care about your well-being, you care about nature, and you want others to care about it too. So you're very eager to share. Whenever I meet people that garden in person, we literally would have like conversations for hours. Sometimes I go on Facebook Marketplace and to purchase certain things like that I might need in my garden, like maybe like a tool or something like that. And when I go pick it up, I find myself talking to some of these people for like hours. Like, we'll be standing in their parking lot just talking about what we got going on in our garden, and all of the things, which is so crazy. And I'm like, you're like, this is not what I came here for, but it's like, it's just amazing meeting, like-minded people in this particular field. And then it's just such a pleasant community to be a part of. It's actually one of the most positive and beautiful communities. Whenever I see like in certain garden groups, like people being negative and stuff like that, like, it's like, you must not be you must not really, you know, feel the vibes. You know, you must not really garden like that. You must be new to this or something. Like something ain't right, because if you truly garden, you understand the type of peace and tranquility that it brings you, and you only want to share that. You only want to spread that. So if you're in a garden group and people are being like nasty, or like if you feel like uncomfortable to ask a question because you feel like it's a stupid question, then that's not the right group for you. Because whatever gardening group you're in, you should never feel like whatever question you have is a stupid question, because at the end of the day, no one is truly an expert when it comes to growing food. We're all just like, it's all trial and error. We're all learning, you know. We're all learning. We should be able to talk about our mistakes. We should be able to laugh at it and, you know, pick ourselves up and keep it moving. But yes, if you don't have one, start one. Start posting your stuff, and trust me, there are people that probably, you know, that's trying to learn how to grow their food or are growing their food, and they need a community, and they'll come. But since you don't have one right now, join ours, and you guys get to talking in there, okay? Get to know each other. I created it specifically for my channel. It's a private group. You have to be subscribed to my channel to really be a part of it. For my subscribers to come and, you know, be with their fellow gardeners and share. I wish. Oh, I already read that. But yes, y'all, I was talking about in my area and how the temps have been unusually cold, and how this year was a terrible year for me when it came to my plants, my seedlings. Believe it or not, I still have peppers that are about 2 inches tall. And I started these, even though I did start my peppers late, I started them, I believe, in the beginning of March. No, I wish I did. I started it at the end of March, in the beginning of April, which is kind of late if you want like a big plant going out around this time, because y'all know peppers take forever to grow. But still, even with that, my plant should at least be like, you know, 3 inches tall by now. And that's not the case. I've already hardened it a long time ago. It's been sitting outside. It's getting everything it needs to get. So something's going on with outside. I don't know what's going on. But my garden friend was just telling me how her plants really struggled this year as well. And it's not like she did anything different than what she did last year. So I don't know. But then as I was on social media, I've seen other gardeners have the same conversation, you know, regarding that. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here that we can't see, but that's happening? So y'all just be mindful. But I do know, like, some of you guys had great success with your seedlings and things like that. And that's the crazy thing. All of my plants germinated. I didn't have any plant that did not germinate. They all germinated. I had, I would say, a 98 to 99% germination rate of all my plants, because I use the Miss Yancey method. It works every single time. It germinated, it just was stunted. And some of them died. I wouldn't even say a lot of them died, which is so strange. So, and then y'all know I had my garden workshop. So I actually had to go to my garden friend's farm. She has a farm, and purchase some of her starters along with some of the things I grew that, like the things that I grew that was a decent size was like the loofah. What else? Like the tomatillo tomatoes. And what's funny is they're like things that I don't really care about that grew very well. Like the tomatillo tomatoes, I just tried to grow those this year because I really love the Mexican salsa, and I know that's one of the ingredients in it. So I was like, you know what? I love me a good taco. I love Mexican food, period. So I was like, let me grow some tomatillo so I can make some fresh tacos from the garden. Got my lettuce, you know, everything that I need for my tacos will be coming out of my garden. But then I grew too many tomatillo. I don't need that much. And I have a ton of them. Ooh, child. But some of you guys that's watching, don't forget to click that like button. Let me know where you're watching from. Happy Sunday. I know this is the boring part. You know, peeling the pumpkin. You know what's so funny? This is 2 pumpkins, by the way. They're, if you look at the thumbnail, that's the pumpkin I'm using. And also, it's a pretty small pumpkin. It's not big at all. It's not a really big pumpkin. But it looked like, you know, it looks like it's a lot, right? They're going to like shrink. It's all going to shrink in a pot. Thanks for liking the stream. Thank you, thank you. But yes, I am back. Being consistent with dropping my videos. Y'all know I've been in the trenches with my workshop. I do have a virtual workshop coming up. I know last week I told you I was going to put a poll out for y'all to vote when to have the workshop. I'm actually going to do it this week. I'm going to put the poll out because I'm trying to do it this month, because a lot of you guys are starting to your gardening this month. So I'm going to put the poll out and see what day works best for y'all. And then also for you guys that signed up for my community, the link that I placed for you guys to sign up for your free ebooks, I will be, for all of you guys that signed up, I will be sending out the ebook this week. So if you would like a free gardening ebook, join our community and subscribe to it. The link, I will place it in the bio, okay, so that you can get your free garden ebook. It's just like a little guide for you to keep around, you know, common mistakes that gardeners make, and for you to be mindful of it. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Donzel. Kenia said, I love the whole process. I am in a process of becoming a better cook and baker. I struggle a lot, but I would never give up. Don't give up. I'm a very good cook. And baking, I think the reason why I never got into baking like that is because I don't really eat bread or sweets. So that's why I really never got into it, but I do want to know the basics. You know, I would love to be able to make my own bread. I don't eat bread, but my kids, let me say my son, he eat bread. He loves bread. I would love to like make some fresh bread, you know, and things like that for him. He loves his peanut butter and jelly. I would love to be able to make that. But yeah, I feel like when it comes to baking, I can do like basic stuff. I can bake a fish. I can bake some chicken. But like sweet treats, that's something I need to learn. So my grandmother, she was a great cook and a great baker. Like, she was just a great housewife. She was a housewife, had 10 kids. My grandfather was, you know, the provider, and she was at home. She was a great homemaker, and she taught all of her children how to cook and bake, all the boys and all the girls. And when I moved to Maryland, I lived with my grandma for some time before I went to school, before I went to college. And she's a part of the reason why I'm very good at cooking. Like, my mother is a great cook. Honestly, all of my aunties and uncles, they're great cooks. Like, my grandmother made sure all her kids knew how to cook. And she had 5 boys and 5 girls. Isn't that crazy? She made sure all her kids learn how to cook. And what's so funny is when I started living with my grandmother, you know, she had some health issues, so she couldn't stand up for like a long period of time. So what she used to do was she would sit in the living room on the couch, and I'll be in the kitchen, and she'll tell me all the ingredients, and she'll tell me what to do with it. And I would just be listening to her and doing what she's saying. That's really how I really like, honed in on my skill. she'll be in the living room just yelling, telling me what to do. And she's like, don't think I can see you. I see what you're doing. Hey, Donzel. I want a lot of children, like 10 plus, and I want to be a great housewife living off grid. Wow. I agree with everything you said except for the 10 kids. Girl, you crazy? 10 kids? Wow. I know that's right. You could do it. Do it, girl. You could do it. Well, my goodness. I'm thinking about the 2 I got. I can't even imagine 10 of those. Woo. I don't even know how they did it back in the day, to be honest. Like, how did they do it? But you know what? I'm Liberian, and in our culture, we get a lot of help from family and friends and the community. And that's one thing I really miss about being back home. It's like, it's like the community aspect of it, like your neighbors, they all helped out. Like it was a community effort when it came to raising your kids. Everybody looked out for you when you had children. Your mother will come and stay with you and help you raise the kids, and so I'm sure she had a lot of help. And then also you can hire house help to help you in the house as well. Like it's such a normal thing to like have nannies and people that help you out, clean up and cook, and things like that in the house. So I think that's how people back in the day that had like 10 plus kids were able to do it. Like not in today's society, child. But living off the grid sounds amazing. That's something I would love to do. I really love the silence. I love the silence, but then I also like not being too far from the city when I do want to go to the city, because I do like the city too. I do like to, be outside sometimes, which is very rare. It's once in a while. I like to be outside, and do what the outside people do. But above all, the silence, I like the silence much more. I love the silence. But I still like to be outside sometimes. I like to have the proximity, okay? They did it with a village and not living beyond your means. Absolutely, absolutely. You're absolutely correct. They had an entire village. And it really was a village. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't even just a family. Like, your family, I grew up with my mom's sisters and things like that being like my second mom. Like, yeah, they were my auntie, but they were like my second mom too. They raised me. They like, I wasn't looking at them like anything other than a second mom. So, and that's one thing I do miss though in society is having community. Like community is so important. It can get so lonely, and it can get that. I think that's why like a lot of us struggle with mental health issues, is because in this country, like we don't really have a village. We don't really have community. Like we're taught to be by ourselves. We're taught to, lock ourselves in our home and not get to know our neighbors and, mind our business, which, yes, absolutely mind your business, put your mouth where it belongs and take it out of where it don't belong. But like everybody should get to know their neighbor. Everybody should, your neighbor should be your friend. Now, it don't have to be your bestie, but you should feel safe where you live and know that your neighbors got your back. Like in case of emergency, you have somebody you can rely on. That's one of the things that I miss about being back home. When I was younger, I remember like going to like because back then, we used to go to the market. Go to the market. They would send you. My mom used to send me to the market. I was 5 years old. She'll send me to the market. And mind you, the market was like a good distance away from my house. She'll send me to the market to go purchase like food item and things like that. And so you guys, after you take off the peeling, you're going to chop it up in like small pieces, okay? So she'll send me to the market to go. Let's say she want me to buy pepper. She want to cook or whatever the case may be. So she would send me to the market. And mind you, I'm extremely young, but me going to the market was not me feeling like I was alone, because I knew there were so many people watching out for me. Like every house I was passing by, they knew me, they knew where I was coming from, they knew my mom, they knew like, oh, that's so and so's daughter, you know, like they kept an eye on me. So if anything was popping, like anything would like pop up, they knew like, oh, that's so and so's daughter. We are going to, you know, make sure that she's good. And like I'll even be walking past and they'll be like, oh, how's your mom? Where you going? You going to get something? Like, you know, it wasn't that, oh, people didn't kidnap kids or anything, but it was very rare because the entire community was watching out for you. They knew who you was. They knew what house you belonged to. They knew whose child you was. And they would make sure that you wasn't talking to a stranger. And they would definitely discipline you if you're misbehaving out in the street. And don't you dare think you about to be like, I'm going to tell my mom you did this. Because when you get to you don't want to tell your mom. Because when you get home, your mom is going to discipline you on top of the discipline you got from whoever that was out there in the street that disciplined you for misbehaving. So, you know, it wasn't like, oh, don't touch my child. Like, it wasn't like, oh, you was getting like whoopings from other people and things like that. Even though it was possible if you were really misbehaving. And trust me, you don't want to tell your mom, because that's you embarrassing your mom in public. Like, you go home and tell your mom somebody like whoop your butt, she gonna be like, why did they whip you? Now you gotta explain what was the reason why they had to discipline you. Now you're scared to really tell your mom because you out there embarrassing her for somebody to feel the need to discipline you. So like going to the store, going to the market and stuff like that at a very young age was nothing. Like it was nothing. But you cannot dare do that in today, like now, you know. Everybody, you know, you're worried about PDF files and, you know, all these evil people. And that's not to say that evil didn't exist, because where there's good, there's evil. But like I said, it was rare because everybody knew who you was. And if they saw a stranger around you, oh, they knew what to do. They would handle that stranger. So you might think you're walking alone, but there's so many people that know who you are because of your mom or your dad. They know whose child you are. So I just wish we could get back to that, you know, get back to that community. Get back to the community. Like, you know, I remember where, you know, your neighbors may not have food. They might be struggling or whatever the case may be. But they shouldn't have felt it the way they would have, because you being the neighbor, if you got food at your house and you know your neighbor is struggling, oh, you're going to invite your neighbor over to eat. You're going to invite your neighbors over to eat. You're going to make sure their kids are fed. If you're able to do it, you're going to make sure you're going to share the little that you have, because you understand that, you know, things not easy. And one day, God forbid, you might be in that situation too. So in Liberia, we have this thing called, we have this thing where we say before we eat. And I say all the time before I eat on here to you guys, I always tell you guys, my people, let's eat, oh. My people, let's eat, oh. It's like you're telling your people, you're telling whoever that's walking past. You could be sitting outside on your porch eating, and people could be passing, and you're telling my people, let's eat, oh. It's like a, you know, it's just like a courtesy inviting them to eat. And most people would say no, but some people will actually come and eat, because those people are actually hungry, and you know, they might not have it. And you're not looked down upon for coming to eat, because like the fact that you actually took me up on my offer to come and eat, that means you really needed to eat. And like it's almost like a sin to not offer people food in Liberia, like when you're eating. Because it's like, my grandma used to always say, what is food? You're going to eat it and it's going to pass through the other side and be gone out of your body. So if somebody is in need, why wouldn't you help them? Like, you're not going to, like the food is not luxury. It's not going to stay in you forever and build you into something. Like, that's something my grandma used to always say. Like, what is food for me to deny other people when it's just going to pass through your system? It's going to go through one side and it's going to come out the other side. I think I see some comments. See what y'all in here talking about. 16, it said, oh, I already read that. Where are you from? I am Liberian, West African. West African. But yeah, yeah, those are some of the things that I really miss. Just that community, you know. And everybody, as much as you may hate the neighbors telling your mom everything about what you got going on, but just being an adult and realizing like the safety in that, like knowing that somebody always has your back no matter what. I remember when I was a kid, I used to walk to and from school, and my school was really far away. Like, it was far. It was not near my house at all. And I used to walk to and from school, and I remember I got hit by a car. Like, I got hit by a car, and it was a taxi. I got hit by a taxi. And I was, like, out of it. Like, I passed out, and I woke up like sitting in a taxi with other people in the taxi trying to find where I live and trying to find my mom. And, you know, it's a situation like, you know, they were driving on the street like, oh, you know who daughter this is? And like, because that's just how it was. Like, everybody knew who you were. And they figured out who I was and whose daughter I was. And the taxi driver took me to my mom to let her know like what had just happened. And then they took me to the hospital. And he paid for like all of my treatments, you know, and all of those things. And it was like, you know, the fact that he did something like that and, you know, they were able to find where I live and who daughter I belong to, that should just show you the community aspect of it, you know. It wasn't like, oh, he hit me and then he continued to run away, because at the end of the day, everybody know everybody. They're going to see your face and you're going to get found out. But man, I just wish society can go back to where we cared for one another. Like, we actually cared. The world would be so much different. But a girl can only hope. A girl can only hope. Alrighty. Whew. We are finally done. Oh, thought it was. Thought it was. All right, we're finally done. I think I need a drink to that. Cheers, y'all. Happy Sunday. Oh, yeah. That was good. Nice and refreshing. All right, so we're just going to rinse this. And y'all know where I'm putting all of the peeling, right? Y'all know where I'm putting it, right? If you're a gardener, you know where I'm putting it. Putting that baby in the compost. We're going to feed the earth so it can feed our food, so it can feed us. Okay? So if you have a garden, I hope you have a little compost. What I do is I have in my kitchen, I have like a those paper bag, those paper bag that they put our food in the grocery stores. I have those. I have a ton of those because that's all they're giving us nowadays, which I'm okay with. So I use that for composting in my kitchen. So I put all the kitchen scraps in there, and then when it fills up, I take it to my compost in my backyard and just throw it in there. Sometimes I direct compost by putting it directly in the soil, and then sometimes I just, put it in my compost bin. I need a new compost bin though. My compost bin is struggling. All right, let me put this in the compost and then we are gonna get started. Look how long it took for me to do that, y'all. I don't know how long that was, but that was too long. But the real work is about to start. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Let's go and rinse. mix it nicely, you know. Don't need to do too much. Just make sure you get all the water out. All right, let me show you guys the rest of the ingredients. There's this like really annoying fly that's been making its way over here. So if y'all see it, just know I tried my best to kill it. My kids' friends came over today and they kept opening and closing the backyard door. And now we got unwanted friends in here. So annoying. Great conversation. Hey, Miss Yancy. Hey, how you doing? Happy Sunday. We are about to get started, y'all. So now that we cut our pumpkin, we are about to get the rest of the ingredients together. And I'm about to show y'all what they are. I hope you guys make this. This is really easy. You guys are literally seeing like the step-by-step of me doing this. Also, y'all can use any protein of your choice, but I'll show you what proteins I'm using today. All right, y'all. So let me show you guys what would be. So I will be today. I have some tomatoes. It could be any kind of tomatoes, okay? If you have tomato paste and you prefer to use that, use that. I would use tomato paste, but I don't have tomato paste, so I'm using fresh tomatoes. I have some ginger, some garlic, okay? And of course, you'll see the onions. I use whatever I have in my fridge, okay? And then I have some bell peppers. These are the bell peppers I have. Typically, I like the red bell pepper, but this is what I have. So this is what I'm using, okay? So just so y'all know, y'all can use anything of your choice. Any type of veggie of your choice. All right, so let's go ahead and chop up our veggies. We're gonna chop all of them up. I'm gonna start with this, and then I'll do the rest next. I like to do my tomatoes last because the tomato is so watery. So I like to do it last. Dun, 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 dun. Make sure. We haven't cooked in so long, man. I'm sorry, y'all. We just been in the gardening trenches this month. I'm trying to have a virtual garden workshop, and I'm trying to have a garden and play workshop for the children out here so they can grow some strawberries. I have way too many strawberries, and I'm trying to make them grow it so that they too can grow their own food. Okay, nicely chopped. Gonna get it out. Ta 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 ta. Are you making anything? I was just chopping stuff. Right now I am chopping stuff, but we're going to be making pumpkin soup, Liberian pumpkin soup. Having a virtual workshop was let me see. What you said, can you? You're having a virtual workshop. How much is it? How much will it? Oh, it's not going to be a lot of money. It's not going to be much. It's virtual. It's not going to be much. It's not going to be like the price of my in-person workshops. Because, you know, in person, I provide everything for you guys. I provide the plants. I provide the soil, the fertilizer, the containers, and I'm not providing any of that for you guys. It's a virtual workshop, so it's not It's not gonna break the bank at all. It's gonna be very, very affordable. So stay tuned for that announcement. I promise you guys, by tomorrow, check on my page, on the YouTube page, so you can vote for when is the best time for you that you guys think. I'm gonna host a virtual workshop based on the majority votes on when everyone is available, you know, to do it. So make sure you vote if you would like to attend the virtual garden workshop, okay? And if you are just now joining us, I do have a free gardening ebook for you guys. If you would like that ebook, I will place a link in the description once this live is over for you guys to be able to click on the link and grab it, okay? Because I want everybody. If like my goal, like I haven't set a goal on how many people I would like to reach this year as far as helping them grow their own food, but we're gonna talk about it soon. Like, you know how when you chop up onions or like you cut onions, like that whiff that you get, like it just, it is so strong, got my eyes watering. But it smells amazing. So this in here is onion, garlic, and ginger. That's the base of everything that I cook, if y'all wondering. And I just remember that I want to add some spices. So I'm going to add some habaneros. These are the habaneros that I grew last year. Can y'all believe? I still have some. And not just some. I have a ton. I still have a ton of it. So I am going to add some in my blending process because I want it to be a little spicy. You could exclude that if you don't like spicy food. But you should add it if you do. It adds to the flavor. I just cannot imagine cooking food without spiciness. I just can't imagine it. Well, that didn't blend as much as I would like it. Like the peppers, we just chopped it up, but it's okay. It's all right. But this is the consistency of the veggies that I'm chopping. Okay, y'all. So what you guys got growing in your garden? And have you transplanted everything? I already know Queenie says she's going to transplant all her stuff tomorrow. What about y'all? Have y'all transplanted everything? I know some of you guys said y'all have had multiple harvests of food. For some of you guys that lives in wonderful grow zones, congratulations to you. I am jealous, okay? For some of you that have those wonderful grow zones, I'm jealous of you, okay? But what have you been harvesting? What have you been enjoying from the garden? This is literally a garden to table for me. I mean, obviously, a lot of these things did not grow in my garden. But hey, I'm using my peppers that grew in my garden. And when I tell y'all the rest of our cook with me, the rest of our garden to table videos that we'll be doing, gonna be all ingredients coming out of my garden. Okay? Okay. So this is the onions and pepper and the spicy pepper. All right, now I'm gonna add this last tomato and then we're good to go. And then I'll show you guys the proteins that I am growing. I mean, not growing, child. I wish I was growing proteins. Y'all, I asked my husband if I could get a chicken. I asked him, I said, can we get a chicken coop? he was like, all right, so he told me to make the plan and then he'll see if we can execute it. At least it wasn't a no, y'all. It wasn't a no. Y'all know I gotta ask him because he's literally my hands. He built all the stuff that I need, okay? Y'all seen the videos of him carrying my cattle panel on his car? So I gotta go to Bob the Builder and ask him, you know, if it's okay for me to have certain things because I'm ultimately asking him, can you do this for me, you know? Like, will you do it for me? I feel like every gardening season, he's like, oh, Lord, here we go. What's she going to ask about this year? All right, we're good. Let's get cooking. Everything is out here. Hey, thanks for being on here with us tonight. Happy Sunday. Don't forget to like the video and let us know where you're watching from. All right, y'all. So let me show y'all the proteins that I will be using today, okay? Let me know where you guys are watching from, y'all. Let me know where y'all watching from. Where y'all watching from. Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. And I hope you guys watch my latest video on where I showed you how to transplant your peppers the right way so you don't kill them babies and so you could have hundreds of peppers come harvest season, okay? If you're planting peppers or you are growing peppers, you need to watch that video. I dropped it today. Ooh, Riverside, California. Callie in the house. Hey, Callie. You guys are one of God's favorites. With the good weather, you're able to garden anytime you feel like. Must be nice. One of the states that I'm hating on. Okay, so I'm not doing much, but you guys might think it's a lot. So I have some dry fish in here. Y'all know I like to cook with my dry fish. This one is the dry bonin, the dry herring. That's the English name. In Liberia, we call it boni, dry boni. So it's just dry fish. And then this one here, this is another type of dry fish, but this one is dehydrated. It's dehydrated in extremely cold temps. This is stock fish. And then I will be using, I've already pre-boiled everything, so this is what it is. And then I will be using, so this one is, what is that chicken called? Oh, guinea fowl. So this is a guinea fowl. This is a smoked guinea fowl. Y'all will see on this channel, I cook with a lot of smoked food. I like my food smoked because it adds a lot of wonderful flavor. This is smoked turkey. I love cooking with turkey. I'm not a big chicken fan, so I cook with a lot of smoked turkey. So a lot of my meats are smoked turkeys, and then I'm not supposed to eat red meat. I eat it once in a while, but I'm not supposed to, so I try not to cook red meat in the house. So you'll see me cooking with a lot of like seafood and a lot of smoked turkey, smoked guinea fowl, or just guinea fowl, period. So we will be using this pot to cook the food. So I'm just going to rinse it a little bit because this is where I will be cooking it. Can you guys let me know if my thing has frozen, or can you guys see me? Because I'm watching it on something and it's looking like I'm frozen. Hello. Hello, Fonju. Hey. My Liberian brother or sister. LIB in the house. Let me find out. LIB is in the house. Let me find out. Oh, let me show y'all one more thing that I'm adding. Where is it? All right, so I will also be adding some fried fish. I already fried the fish. I will be adding that. And then I have some onions here that I fried the fish with. I fried my fish with onions and habanero peppers because it adds flavor to the oil and it spiced the fish. When I tell y'all, y'all could do that with chicken too. If you fry your chicken with onions and some spicy pepper. When I tell y'all, Y'all gonna keep doing it every single time. You could also add some herbs into the oil like rosemary, thyme, oregano, and stuff like that to fry your food. So what I do is I put the onions, the peppers, and the herbs in the oil first. I let it fry for a while, and then I add whatever it is I'm frying, like the fish and the chicken. So what that does is that it extracts all of the flavor out of those things, and then it goes into whatever it is you're frying. Okay. And like you could eat it just like this. Okay, I'm tempted to eat it, but I ain't gonna do it because we need it to go in the food. Okay, so the pot that we're using is the same pot that I cooked the meats in. That's why you see it look like that. It's not dirty. Those are just the broth from around it's the broth from the fish from what we boil. Okay, that's what you see around the pot. We'll be using the same pot. So right now I'm just gonna let it dry because we are going to fry the pumpkin. So y'all seeing basically all the ingredients, right? That's all the ingredients that we'll be using. Very simple. All of these things you have or you could purchase, you know. I really love cooking with smoked turkey. I love cooking with just smoked food, period. It just adds a lot of flavor to the food. A lot of flavor. Now while this dries, let me go ahead and read some of y'all comments before we actually start cooking. Ooh, Queenie in the house. Hey, Queenie girl. Ms. Yancy, do you think garlic keep animals away? Absolutely. I got deers, foxes, groundhogs, rabbits, squirrels, possums, raccoons, and chipmunks. Damn, you got the whole animal kingdom over there, huh? And I don't know what else. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what this is giving my backyard, because everything you just said, I got it. Everything you just said, I got it. But I do have a fence. That doesn't, the fence stops the deer, but everything else finds a way. Like the groundhogs, they would totally dig under the fence. It's so freaking annoying. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yes. What's the thing called? Garlic. Use not only garlic, but definitely plant a lot of garlic. Things like squirrels and other animals is poisonous. Garlic is poisonous to them, so they will avoid whatever bed your garlic is in. If they touch it, they get poisoned, so they will definitely avoid. Plant a lot of garlic, but plant a lot of herbs. Plant a lot of herbs. Whatever bed container that you have, just let whatever it is you're growing be in the middle. All around the perimeters, plant herbs, garlic, onions, whatever. Plant it around it. That's how you're going to protect it. Plant flowers as well, okay? Those things are going to help. No, I'm Mississippian. I Googled the translation. I am crying. I'm like, hold up. Is this my LIB brother or sister in here? Because only Liberian people know the term Jew. J-U-E is Jew. All right, y'all. So the oil I'm using is the oil that I fried the fish in. So it looks like, you know, like this because I fried the fish in it. Use the oil that you're using to fry your fish or chicken, whatever it is. Use that same oil to cook with. It flavors your food, okay? That's the oil I'm using. I was about to say, what you know about Liberian Jew? That is so funny. And by the way, just so you know, a Jew in Liberia is like that's your girl, you know, like that's your bae. Okay? But like people use it like in a friendly way as well. But like mostly like that's your bae, you know, that's my boo, that's my Jew. Like if a girl call a guy her Jew, that's her bae. If the guy call the girl his Jew, that's his bae. That's his, you know, that's his girl, that's his little thing, okay? So don't call me that. It's Miss Yancy to you. Oh, let's you Liberian. I'm kidding. Well, oh, that was a good research though. That was a good research. That's so funny. All right, y'all. We're gonna let the oil get hot. Normally, when the oil get hot, if you have tomato paste, this will be the time that You don't have to wait till the oil get like super hot, but this will be the time you will put the tomato paste in there, and then you'll put that tomato paste, and then you'll, like, stir it and let it fry for a little bit. Whenever you're cooking with tomato paste, let me tell you the rule of thumb when it comes to cooking with tomato paste, okay? You want to get that acidity taste out of the tomato. You want to get that, like, acid out of the tomato paste. So you want to fry it for at least 5 minutes. Frying it for at least 5 minutes is going to take away that acid, like the acid taste or that acidness of the tomatoes, the tomato paste. So you'll put it in the oil, let it fry for a bit, and then you're gonna add like your onions, saute it and mix it together. Then it mix together. We don't have tomato paste, so we're not gonna be doing that. But just a little tip if you want to use tomato paste. Okay. Yes, the flavor is gonna be mad. What's the matter? Bring it here, bring it. I'm opening it for you. What's wrong?
It's from my nose.
For real? Stop playing, girl.
I'll show you, see?
All right, put this in the trash. All right, so the oil should be, yeah, it should be perfect right now. Let me move my phone away from the stove before it starts to overheat, because y'all know I got this old phone. It's be tripping whenever I'm cooking. I have it over the stove. If y'all don't know, I'm using my phone to go live, so it starts tripping when it starts getting too hot. So I have to keep it away. Put it inside it. Oh, Queenie, another idea to keep the animals out of your garden. If you eat oranges, take the orange peel and throw it in your garden. Put it inside it. Take the orange peels and just like put it in between your plants and just let it sit on top. Like, let it sit on top of it. It's also going to help deter animals. But what it sounds like for you, you might need to get a fence. Like I said, I have a fence so the deers stay out of my garden, but everything else, they find a way. They could climb, they could do all kind of stuff. They do all kind of tricks. Like today I saw a humongous what's the thing called? I saw a humongous groundhog eating something, and I'm like, Lord, only God knows what it's eating. My neighbors have like a whole groundhog family that lives under their shed, and it's so ridiculous. All right, y'all, it's time. It's time. The time has come. Okay. So we're gonna add our onions. This is onion, garlic, and ginger. We're gonna let it fry for a couple of minutes. What is it about the smell of onion, garlic, and ginger frying that smells so good? Makes you feel like you're like Chef Boyardee, okay? Like your Chef Ramsay or whoever the super chefs are. Make you feel like you're doing something, honey. Whenever like I'm about to cook and I like fry onions and stuff like that, my husband be like, oh my gosh, it smells like a 5-star restaurant in here. I'm like, all I did was fry onions. That's all I did. It's only the onions that you're smelling. He be having me cracking up. Don't forget to like the stream, y'all. Thanks for watching. Please like the stream. It's been a minute. I'm so excited to come back on here with y'all to cook with y'all. We haven't done a cook with me in a long time. So please like the stream if you have not done so already. All right. Can you guys hear me now? Can y'all let me know if y'all can hear me now, please? I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, perfect. I was here talking to myself the whole time. All right, so we have some onion powder. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I don't know. What was that? Now I can't hear. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect. My phone is ready to start acting up. We're gonna add some ginger powder. So the first thing we add was garlic and onion powder. Some ginger powder. Mine, we already have like fresh ginger, onions, and garlic in here, and now we're adding the powder. Extra flavor, baby. We're gonna add some cilantro, not the fresh one, the powder. I cook with a lot of herbs, by the way, so y'all gonna see me put a lot of herbs in here right now. Some thyme. If you're cooking this, you don't need to put all this stuff in there, okay? That's just me. I like to cook with a lot of herbs. So this is some thyme. Because herbs add a lot of flavor and it makes you not have to add like salt to the food. Just how they used to do it back in the day. We're gonna add some black pepper. I love the smell of black pepper. It smells amazing. I am going to add some of this. This is like a herb mix in it. It's like a herb mix of different things, different herbs. I love it. I got it from Costco. I know you're like, dang, girl, what else you got? Yeah, I got more, y'all. I got this teriyaki seasoning. I don't know if I got it from Costco or the Asian market. I love that seasoning. I need to find out where I got it from because I really like it. I'm about to add some jerk seasoning. Yes, it's going to keep going, y'all. And these seasonings that I'm putting in here, they do not have, this is the second one that I'm adding that have a little bit of salt, but it does not have a lot of salt in there. Everything else was herbs. It didn't have any salt, so it's all for the flavor. A little bit of adobo. Y'all know adobo, that's where the salt is at. So I got two more things I'm gonna add. I promise. That's it, okay? I'm gonna add some sazon. And after I am done using the sazon pack I have here, I'm no longer buying it. I want to make my own seasonings because I want to use organic. I want to use organic seasonings, so that's why I'm trying to grow a lot of herbs so I can make my own seasonings. And I'm gonna mix it with Himalayan pink salt. All right, y'all. Y'all already know. Oh, this not it. This one is like the suya seasoning. So if you don't know, suya is like a meat that a lot of Africans eat. It's like a grilled meat that a lot of Africans eat, and there's like a special type of spice. It's mixed with like different kinds of like African spice. And then last but not least, one of my favorite things to season my food with, you can find it in the African store. What I just used plus this, you can find it in the African store. It's called country onions. So these are like the small onions, and the smell and the flavor is amazing. Like, you need to buy this and start adding it to your food. Season your meats with it. I promise you, it's a game changer. And I honestly feel like this is a secret sauce, and I'm sharing my secret with y'all. And I don't like that. But we don't gatekeep. We don't gatekeep on this channel, so I'm gonna share with y'all, okay? So all right, y'all, so those are the seasonings that we have going in here. Okay, I totally forgot we have to add our tomatoes. This is our blended tomatoes. I totally forgot to add it. I was supposed to add it when I added everything else to make the sauce. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to rinse it out to add it in there. Dang, is it like breaking up? Can you guys see me, or is it like breaking up? All right, y'all see this little stew that we're making? This is all for the pumpkin. This right here, if you just add your proteins to it, you can eat it with rice. Like this, just like this. But this is like a great base. It tastes so good. Now we're gonna add our pumpkin. Oh my gosh, it tastes so good. My goodness. This tastes amazing. Dun, 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 dun. I hope y'all can hear the music and I'm not sounding crazy. So we are going to cover this up and let it cook for about 10 to 20 minutes, y'all. It doesn't take long to get. This tastes so good. I'm telling y'all, the base that we just made, if you just added your protein to it and that was it, that's a great stew to eat with rice. Alright. I'm going to add a little bit of water to it. Don't add too much water because the pumpkin has a lot of water in it already. So don't add, this is too much water that I'm adding. Don't add too much water. I'm going to add the broth. This is the broth from the meat that we boiled. Okay. And now we're going to let it cook. I have it on medium to high heat. I'm going to cover it up. We're going to wash some dishes and just get things done while it cooks because it needs to be covered up to cook. So it can be cooked very, very well. Now that is what I'm talking about. Like I could totally eat that stew just like that. So we want to get it to a point where it's like almost frying, if you know what I mean. All right, let's cover it up. Let's come wash some dishes and just, you know, let it cook and let it do its thing. Okay. You're gonna cook it until it gets tender. You're gonna cook it until it gets tender. Let's see. Looks good. Do you serve over rice? Yes, you do. You put it over a bed of white rice, brown rice, any kind of rice. Of course, you could eat it like that, but oh my God, add some rice to that. Oh, it's like comfort food. It's just like so like gut warming and like make you want to go lay down and go to sleep. It's just a beautiful comfort meal. It's one of those meals like after you're done, like you just want more. All right, y'all, let's go wash some dishes, okay? We got some dirty dishes while the food cook. We gotta keep our kitchen clean, Since we got some time to, waste away, we're gonna wash the dishes and then maybe we're gonna have some garden chat while the food cook. Okay. Yes, put that baby on some rice, okay? It's gonna be so good. So, so good. And you don't even need to use as much oil as I did. I'm growing this vegetable in my garden. Can't wait to try your recipe. Ooh! I wish I was growing it in my garden. Oh my gosh. I wish I was growing it. Hey y'all. I wish I was growing it. But I'm growing butternut squash. I love butternut squash. It's just so smooth. Like I can explain it. It's just so butternut. It's just so like a butternut. How y'all doing? Hey y'all. That for some of you guys that have never met me before, I'm Miss Yancy, and on this channel, we garden. We talk about wellness, living naturally. We do garden to table because we are a big gardener on this channel. Okay, we do a lot of gardening. And I share a lot of my West African recipes with you guys. I created a whole new channel that I have not posted on yet. I'm so sorry. I promise y'all I will. I created a channel specifically just for my West African recipes because there's a lot of Liberians that's always asking me to share my recipes with them. And then there are other people, that's not from Liberia that want to learn how to make other cultural foods. So bear with me because it's literally me that's doing everything, and y'all already see how hard it is for me to post a video because it could take 8 hours to edit one video, and I need you guys to watch the video so that it can encourage me to make more. So until I'm in a good place where I can get some help to edit those cooking videos, because cooking videos take a lot of editing so that it's not extremely long. So until then, just bear with me. It's coming. I created a whole cooking channel specifically for my West African meals. But on Sundays, we go live on here and we have garden chat. And then some days we cook. And we used to cook a lot. We used to cook every Sunday, but your girl has been in the garden trenches. So I haven't had the opportunity to cook with y'all. I've been cooking at home. I just haven't had time to go live with y'all and cook because when I'm cooking in my house, it's not as pretty, okay? It's like I'm all over the place and I need it to be cohesive for you guys, so I have to plan it real nice to cook with y'all on Sundays. But when things get better, like after I transplant everything and it's not so much I need to do in the garden, I will probably try to cook with y'all once a week. Maybe during the week, I'll try to cook with y'all. And then on Sunday, let it be like garden chat. We just talk about everything. But until then, we're going live every Sunday. It's either going to be a garden chat or it's going to be a Liberian or any kind of West African recipe. Okay? But don't y'all forget to watch that video that I posted today. I need y'all to watch it and I need y'all to like it and hype it up. Okay? Thank you. Hey Zion. Yes, me too. Can't wait to see how you make a dish out of it. Are you talking about the what is it? The butternut squash? So what I'm cooking right now is how I would make the butternut squash as well. So I know there are other recipes like I call them American recipes of how to make like butternut squash soups. But in Liberia, this is our pumpkin soup. We use different pumpkins. This is my first time using this pumpkin, so I can't wait to see what it tastes like. The base, mm, woo, phenomenal. You know the base, what I just showed you guys? The bell peppers, onions, garlic, ginger, tomatoes. Woo! Add your protein to that. Mm, it tastes so good. You could have that over a bed of rice without even adding the pumpkin. So that's literally the base for when I'm making this stew. And when I make a lot of stuff. I should be washing the dishes. I'm over here chatting it up with y'all. But where are you guys watching from? For some of you that are new here, where are you watching from? Thanks for joining me. Oh my gosh, this fly. I wish I could flies are so quick and they're so smart. Like, they know how to antagonize you when you're trying to get rid of it. So now I hit the flies, so now it's trying to attack me. Alright, y'all, let's wash these dishes, child. We have a lot of time. This needs to cook for at least 10 to 20 minutes so that the pumpkin has to get soft. It has to soften. So you want to cook it. So when you're cooking yours, just make sure you want to cover the pot so to keep it on a medium high, so the pumpkin can cook. Let it get soft, and then it's almost like you're gonna be mashing the pumpkin into the stew. So the pumpkin shouldn't be at the end, when it's completely cooked. It shouldn't all be in squares. They should be mashed up in the stew. So that's what it should look like. I mean, you could have some little chunks here and there, but it shouldn't be in a perfect square. It should be mashed up. Yes, I can't wait to grow my butternut squash. And squashes, they could sit out for a long time. This one I just had, okay, now I won't say squashes. Certain pumpkins, they can sit out for a long time. Like this squash I just had, I had it out here for at least 2 months. And so it's just been sitting here. My husband's like, so when are you going to cook this? And I'm like, I haven't cooked on live in a while. I'm going to save it to go live to cook. So it's been sitting out here for 2 months though, and it looks great. Alright, y'all. Let me come and wash these dishes. Let's wash these dishes. Also, y'all, you want to make sure that you are stirring the bottom of your stew so it doesn't burn. Whenever you cook with oil, it tends to burn at the bottom easily. So occasionally come and check on it and stir the bottom so it doesn't burn, because the burnt flavor don't taste good. Ooh, Florida in the house. Okay, so you're one of God's favorite when it comes to gardening zones. I am hating on y'all. I'm hating on all the Florida people. Okay, let me tell y'all the states I'm hating on. I'm hating on Florida. I'm hating on California. I'm hating on Louisiana. I'm hating on some parts of Texas. I'm not hating on Texas like that because Texas is dry. And it's like, even though, yeah, you guys have good weather, but it's so dry that it's kind of really tough on the plants. And a lot of you guys probably have to use shade cloth so that you can protect your plants. But California and Florida, especially Florida, I'm really hating on Florida. Because Florida, I feel like Florida has like a balanced weather. You know, like you guys get rain. You know, yes, it's super hot, but you guys get rain. You guys get like that moist type of temp. Like, I'm seriously hating on you. If it wasn't for like the alligators and all of those like creatures that can sneak up on you, I would totally move to Florida. Because Florida reminds me of back home. It reminds me of Liberia. Because Liberia is a tropical country. It's surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean. So like it's very, very tropical. Very, very tropical. It's like an island on the coast of the Atlantic. And that's Florida weather reminds me of Liberia weather. And we grow a ton of fruit trees. Like a ton. We grow a ton of fruit trees. Like, I grew up with like mango trees, avocados, everything you can think about, orange, everything fruit that you eat, we had the tree in our backyard. We had pineapples, I mean like almond, everything, nuts, fruits, everything. We had the tree. Coconut. That coconut is like, I don't ever include coconut because coconut is so like, it's like coconut is just part of Liberia. There's a coconut tree everywhere. On the streets, it's just everywhere. Like, coconut is so cheap in Liberia. Like, there's a lot of people that sell coconuts on the side of the street. Like, if you're broke in Liberia, selling coconut is a little hustle because you can literally go and pick it off the tree on the side of the road and sell it. I mean, you know, they open it for you and peel it and do all that stuff, but just everything. What about Hawaii? Ooh, Hawaii. How did I forget? I'm really hating on Hawaii. Okay, I think Hawaii is on the top of my list. I'm hating heavy. But Hawaii got volcanoes, right? I'm hating heavy on Hawaii. I'm hating heavy on Hawaii. You guys are God's favorite in the United States, okay? When it comes to gardening and the zones and stuff like that. Y'all could garden year round. Oh my gosh, I forgot banana trees. We have banana trees, plantains, like, so I'm a big seafood lover. I love seafood. I don't really care for like meat. I love seafood. That's because I was born by the water. You know, like I'm born like basically on an island, and our native food there is seafood because we're by the ocean. So things like meat, like cow meat, red meat, period, it's like a luxury. Like, you know, but like things like seafood is so cheap because literally you can go to the ocean and get your own food. Like it's not like hard. I remember me like as a kid. Like, I remember seeing the crabs, like, come to, like, the edge of the water. And me and my friends would go just pick the crabs up. I remember seeing, like, fishes, things like that was just so easy to, like, get. So, and that's why I think I really love the Mediterranean. Like that entire area. I love Greece. I love their food. Their food reminds me so much of back home, like the freshness of it, of the like the veggies, and I love how they prepare their branzino. Ooh, I think like they make the best branzino ever. Oh my god, I love a branzino at a Greek restaurant. Yo, I love food. Let me stop talking before I come swallow my tongue, child. I'm over here reminiscing and daydreaming about all the good food. Don't forget Alabama and Louisiana. I said Louisiana, Queenie. I said Louisiana, but I don't know about Alabama. I'm not familiar with Alabama's weather and their climate. Is it like Louisiana too? It must be. I tuned in late, so I missed your base seasoning. Oh, don't worry. You can always rewind. You can rewind the live and check it out. But you do want the base. That base, I'm trying to tell y'all, It tastes good. And if you like boiled like your meats and stuff, like let's say uh, like I cook with smoked fish and smoke turkey. I cook with that. And when I tell you guys, when you boil it, like the broth is so good. That's why I cook. That's why I cook it. I love smoked food. I love grilling. I love grilled food. Ugh, I love it. It's just like it just increased the flavor profile of your food. Y'all, I know I'm sounding hella greedy talking about everything we're talking about right now. Sounding like somebody that's hungry. And I am hungry. Maybe that's why I'm really missing. But like as I'm talking, I'm like, damn, I would love. Oh, there's several things I would love right now. I love crabs, by the way, y'all. Crabs is probably one of my favorite food ever. I love crabs. Ooh, I could eat a whole bushel of crabs all by myself. All by myself. I would love some steamed crabs. I would love some branzino with some Greek salad. Woo! I thought if my husband is watching it, he's like, this girl is crazy. I would love some branzino with a Greek salad, y'all. Woo! I would love some suya, but I don't want the red meat suya. I like the turkey suya. Oh my gosh, I love me some turkey suya. There's this place out here, like somewhere in Baltimore. They sell their suya on like a food truck. They make the best suya ever. My husband get it for me all the time, and they make some really good turkey suya. I wish I could remember their name so I could shout them out. But whew, I don't know if I want to shout them out because I don't want all of y'all going over there. The line already long enough. But I love their turkey suya. It is so good. Do y'all know what suya is? Some of you that may know. Suya is just pretty much like grilled meat, and it's like they use like a lot of like different African spices that they put on top, and one of those ingredients is definitely cayenne pepper, so it's like really spicy. Suya is really spicy. It's like spicy grilled meats. When I used to eat red meat, whew, I used to love the beef suya. They have chicken suya, but the original suya is beef suya. I love the beef suya, but I can't eat it. I can't eat red meat for health reasons. But I love my beef suya, child. But now I love my turkey suya. I hope my husband is watching so he can hear all the things I'm saying I love so he can bring me some home. I hope you're watching. Get me some turkey suya. Have y'all had suya at all? Have y'all had suya? Whew. I need to check on. Alright, y'all, I'm going to cover this up with like the sifter kind of cover so that the heat can come up so it doesn't keep moisture in the pot, and it's going to keep it like boiling for a long time. Because squash doesn't take long to boil. Pumpkins don't take long to boil, so I'm going to put this on top. Be mindful that it definitely pops as you are cooking it. It pops a lot, so don't get hurt. Don't get burned. We're almost done. But So pretty much, let me tell you guys what I've planted so far in my garden. So, you know, per the video, I dropped a video showing you guys how I transplant my tomatoes. I've transplanted, I would say, majority of my tomatoes. I still have some tomatoes to transplant, but I transplanted the majority of them in that video you guys saw. I've transplanted 95% of my peppers. I still have some peppers I would like to grow, but it's still very tiny, so it needs to grow some more so I can transplant it. Um, what else did I transplant? Well, I transplanted my loofah. I didn't make a video of that. I have another loofah I can transplant. Y'all let me know if y'all want to see how I transplant. I grow my loofah in grow bags. If y'all want to see that video, let me know. I'll do another one. Um, what I'm about to transplant next is, uh, I'm going to transplant my watermelon, my, what's this, butternut squash. I am going to start the seeds of my okra. I'm going to direct sow the okra. I already direct sowed the seeds of some spinach, cucumber. I'm trying to think. Oh, I transplanted some herbs in the garden. These ones, they're not perennials, they're annuals. So things like, I transplanted like basil, cilantro, parsley. I have sage. I think sage is a perennial though. I've never tried to grow it. It's my first time growing it, so I don't know, but I think it's a perennial. Um, I'm trying to think about all the other stuff I've transplanted. I need to plant my bitter leaf because uh, I need to plant my bitter leaf. I need to put it in ground. Oh, I transplanted my bitter ball. I didn't record a video for that because maybe I still have some bitter ball that I need to transplant. Maybe I'll record a video for that, especially for my Liberian watchers. I grow my bitter ball in raised beds and in grow bags. Um, don't forget. Oh, I already did that. I'm trying to think what else. What else did I transplant? This year I have a lot of grow bags empty because of all the peppers and things that I grow in them. They're still in the cups, very tiny. So I'm about to go see all the different things I can grow. Like I'm about to go to the store and see and try to grow like new things this year. See what I want to grow. But for the most part, you know, I have a lot of things down. So I should be harvesting like next month. By the grace of God. I should be harvesting some of these things next month. Like the tomatoes, I'm hoping I'll be able to harvest at least some of the tomatoes by the end of next month. But man, when I tell y'all, August and September, I need to brace for it because that's harvesting season. And whew, that's when I'm going to really enjoy my garden. But I need to hurry up and do my watermelons because watermelons take a long time to get to fruit. They take a long time. So I need to hurry up. I feel like I'm not going to harvest a watermelon probably until September, October. And then it's going to come in abundance. Oh, I forgot. I transplanted my cantaloupe. I have a video showing you guys how I transplanted my cantaloupe. So that's a video coming up for you guys very soon. Very, very soon. Alright. Our dishes are clean. Let's come check on our soup. So that's the thing I have over it. right now? You see how it's catching like all the spills? Is it too late to direct sow thyme and basil? It's not too late, but you're not gonna see them come up for at least for a good while. Give yourself at least 2 months to be able to like harvest it. Direct sow it right now. It's not too late, but just know that you're not gonna be harvesting it for like at least 2 months because herbs take a long time to get going. So just be mindful of that. Alrighty. But it's never too late. It's never too late. Just have patience to know that it's not something that you're gonna start the seeds of right now and then you're gonna get a harvest like right away. Remember when you're stirring this, it's gonna start popping. So just be very mindful so you don't get burned. You see how it's already like melting on its own? It's already soft. That's why I was saying like I shouldn't have added. Ouch! I'm over here telling y'all not to get burned and I'm burning my damn self. That's why I was telling y'all you don't need to add like a ton of water in this. You don't need to add a ton of water at all. Cause all the veggies we added in here has a lot of water content already, and then the pumpkin has a lot of water content too. So see, it's already soft. It's already soft. I did not need to add all the water I added in here. And the more you stir it, the more it's gonna break up, and that's perfectly fine. I'm actually going to mash mine up because I know for a fact if I don't, my kids are not gonna eat this. Like, they're gonna find all the reasons why they don't like it, and it's simply because they see the chunks in here. I don't know what's up with kids and not understanding good food when they see it. Oh my God, it tastes so good. And I remember when I was younger how I could not stand the sweetness of the pumpkin. But to be honest with y'all, I can't wait to try this pumpkin soup with the butternut squash to see what it tastes like, because this pumpkin is like the perfect sweetness. It's not like super sweet, so it's like just right. Oh my gosh, this freaking fly is annoying. It's like just right. But I am having a garden workshop here in Maryland in August, in the beginning of August, and it's gonna be a herb garden workshop. So it's gonna be like garden and tea or garden and herbs or whatever. I'm collaborating with somebody with a company that makes their own teas and things like that, and their own like herbal teas, and it's like a wellness company. So I'm collaborating with them, and I am going to start the seeds of a lot of herbs because I'm going to be doing like a herb workshop for them. So when I do that, I'll do a virtual one for some of you guys that don't live in the area and that are interested. But yep, I will also tomorrow, by the grace of God, I will be putting, please check my, anyway, I'll post it on all my I'll post it on all my pages to let you know to come and vote on the my page, on the community page, so you guys can vote on the days and times I work for y'all, because I will be doing a beginner gardening workshop, a virtual gardening workshop for beginners this month, and I want to see what days and times work best for y'all. I will be doing that this month. But I have a lot of stuff coming up though. Like, I have a gardening workshop for children where I'm gonna teach them how to grow their strawberries. I'm gonna be collaborating with a nonprofit organization next month to do a gardening workshop for children to grow. They're gonna be growing
cucumbers. Last year they grew strawberries. This year they're gonna grow cucumbers. And then over here on the side of town that I live at, I'm doing one for the community where they'll be growing strawberries, and I'm gonna get all the strawberries from my backyard because I have a ton of strawberries that is in my backyard that I would like for them to grow. I'm just really passionate about children being involved in like the gardening process because it's important to get their hands dirty, get them off the screens, and just get them outside and connect with nature and, get away from all of the negativities of the world that's on their iPads and whatever it is that they're watching. Because, believe it or not, I don't know if you remember being a kid, but we went through a lot of things, as kids that we couldn't communicate with our parents because you're either scared or you feel like they don't understand. And, children can be really mean in grade school. So, and getting children like connected with nature and them, using that to help with their mental health and stuff like that, like I think it's a great way to help them cope the same way we use it. And kids are very curious, and and one thing I know about children, they're sponges. They remember everything. So teaching them how to grow their food at a young age is really, teaching them what the oh my goodness. Teaching them, like some healthy habits, you know. This is so good. I'm about to mash it up though. I'm about to mash it up to speed up the process. Dun 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 dun. But yes, I am going to start the seeds of a ton of herbs this month, so it can be ready by April. I mean, by August. And you guys see, like, this was really easy to make. The reason why it's taking so long is because of the prepping. But I wanted you guys to see me go through all of the steps that it takes, to arrive here. I feel like cooking is very easy. The hardest part about cooking is the prep time. That's the time. That's what takes the longest. So a tip that I always like to give, or just for myself, I use for myself, if I know I'm about to cook, like if I know that I want to cook, I try to prep the day before. So like I will cut up the meats, clean it, season it, chop up all my veggies, just have everything prepared for what it is that I need to cook with, so that the next day when the next day come, I'm not standing up for so long. So I'm just standing up for maybe like 30 to 45 minutes, depending on what you're cooking and the time it takes for it to get done, versus standing up for like, I don't know, 5 hours trying to prep and cook at the same time. So I try to prep, the day before. And that was something my grandma taught me anyway. She always taught me that if you know you're about to cook, try to like season your meat. Like, oh, she would always say like a week before, like or she would like my grandma would buy like a ton of meat and have me season it and then put it in the freezer and like just put it in like different Ziploc bags, like measure it and stuff like that, separate it and put it in a Ziploc bag and then put it in the freezer. And then whenever it's time to cook, you just pull the meat out. It's already like marinated, it's separated, and then you prep everything else. It definitely makes life a little easier, especially like cooking like African food. We cook with a lot of meats that require boiling. it needs to boil so it can get done. So like just prepping those things, because it could take like 2 hours for one meat to get done. I don't like using a pressure cooker to cook meat because I feel like it takes away like the flavor profile. So I like to slow cook it. I like to slow cook the meat. Alrighty, I'm about to mash it up. And then we're going to add our meats to it. This is essentially ready, y'all. I'm just going to mash it up. I'm using a, what is this? Is it like a, would you say it's like a potato masher? It's just a masher. I don't know what to call it, but you know, I'm sure everybody has one of these in their house. But y'all see how good this look, y'all? I love accent music. Y'all, this thing is like splashing everywhere, so please be careful. It's been burning me. It's been splashing on my feet, on my hands. Like, it's just been splashing everywhere. Okay, and honestly, I'm really like mashing it this much because I don't want my kids to complain about the chunkiness of it. They will not eat it if it's like extremely chunky. So, but essentially this is what it should look like anyway at the end. It should look like mashed up. You're still gonna have some chunks in there, which is totally fine. But you wanna mash it. Or even if you don't wanna mash it, cook it on like a lower heat, cover the pot, and it's gonna mash up by itself. Because as it cooks, it's going to mash up. You don't want it to be like super smooth. It can be, but you don't want it like, you know, the Liberian way is like it's a little chunky. You don't want it to be like super smooth, so it's not, you don't want to like put it in like a blender, you know. You want it to be a little chunky. Well, I think we're good. All right, now we're gonna add our meats to it. But it's ready, y'all. Also, the meat is already cooked, so it's just a matter of like mixing it in there. Just a matter of mixing it in there and then let it boil for like 5 minutes so that they can all, you know, marry together in there. But essentially this is it, y'all. The food is really done. This is the Liberian pumpkin soup, but as you can see, it's more like a stew. So however you want to call it, but just know in Liberia we call everything soup, even if it's not a quote-unquote soup to the Western world. But we call everything that we eat with rice, we call it soup. But that's it, y'all. It's all done. Look at this baby. It is so good, y'all. It is so good. Put this on like a bed of rice. White rice, brown rice, any kind of rice. You can eat it just like that. It's a comfort meal. And I'm just happy I'm able to come to you guys with something that you can actually make, because these ingredients, you can find them in your regular store. You could go to your local grocery store and find the ingredients. You don't have to go to an African store to get the ingredients. This is so yummy. Oh my goodness. I'm not even exaggerating, y'all. The reason why I'm talking so much about this is because I haven't had this in a long time. I was kind of concerned about the flavor profile because remember I told you guys I don't like sweetness in my food. I don't like like having sweet mixed with savory. And I remember as a child, pumpkin soup was not my favorite because it was kind of sweet, but then it wanted to be savory. I didn't like that. But if you're that person that likes sweet and savory, this is perfect for you. But as an adult, and my profile, my flavor profile or tongue has changed, this is amazing. Like, it's perfect. It's like a perfect blend. It's not like super sweet. If you've had a pumpkin, you know that pumpkin have a little bit of sweetness to it. Some of them are sweeter than the others, but I really like this particular pumpkin, and I'm going to grow it because I like this for this soup. I can't wait to try this with butternut squash because I am growing it, and you can make it with that. You can make it with any pumpkin, by the way, y'all. I can't wait to try it with butternut squash, but yeah. This particular pumpkin was a good one. This is a winter squash, and it's not super sweet. It's like just right. Just right. But all right, y'all, that's about it. I've had you guys on here for way too long. I will be putting this on a bed of rice, and that's how I am going to eat it. I'm about to go get some rice and put it right on top. This is like comfort meal. You can eat it by itself, but I think it goes, best with rice. But now again, I'm also Liberian. We eat everything with rice. Rice is the base of everything we eat. If rice is not next to it or fufu, we don't know what to do. So for some people that don't mind like just eating the soup by itself, this is perfect for you. But I really think you should get some rice. Get you that white jasmine rice. Oh my God. Oof. I could just imagine this on some jasmine rice. We eat brown rice in our house, but this would be so good. Actually, we eat parboiled rice. But this would be so good with like some white rice, some jasmine rice. Or even basmati. Some basmati rice. This would go really good with it. All right, y'all. I'm going to turn my stove off. Actually, I'm going to turn it on low and just let the meat and the soup get to know each other for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to turn it off because I don't want it to keep boiling because I don't want it to get thicker than this. The more you boil it, the thicker it's going to get. I like the consistency, and I want to keep it just like that. Okay? So, that's about it. Thank you guys for being on here with me. Tonight, we have been on here for quite a while. Look at my eyes getting red. I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. I am tired. Whew. But anyway, thanks for cooking with me. Happy Sunday. I hope y'all enjoy this delicious Liberian pumpkin soup. And I hope you make it. If you're going to make it, let me know in the comments if you're going to try this recipe. It's very easy. I promise it's so easy. I know I say a lot of stuff is easy, but this is probably one of the easiest things I made on this channel. So let me know if you're going to try it out. And if you missed it, depending on the time I have, I might edit so I can just get to the main parts so y'all can have like all the ingredients and just the whole recipe. And I'll upload it as a video for you guys that just want to, or I might put a timestamp for a specific thing. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to put a timestamp on it sometime this week for some of you guys that want to get to, the specific parts and take out all the extraness, okay? Well, alrighty, y'all. If y'all have not seen my video that I posted today, please go watch it, like it, comment, hype it, do all the things, okay? And I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right. So, good night. Have a blessed week. Happy June. Oh my God, we're already in the middle of the year. How scary is that? Whew. Anyway, happy June. Happy new week. Enjoy yourself. And remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. Happy gardening and happy eating and happy life. All right, y'all. Love you guys. Bye, y'all. Good night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the stream.